Please click the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and the bell notification. Please click the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and the bell notification. Thank you.
Live, Ragashanti live. Oh, time! Ready.
I Mixup An Blenda time. I'm want to call and talk of the King there.
The reason I'm done with him because you see the boy have me and the girl be with the same Raga.
Hold on, the boy have you and the girl be with the same red rock?
Yes. Raga.
Yeah.
Beside the girl with the next side of story about the red Raga. Then people that look at me and say you're Haganeering because the way we are.
Yo, that word them mad. Haganeering. Haganeering to the flipping world.
Hi. Ragashanti, I did mix up daddy. Hallelujah. Ragashanti go on and on. Yes, Ragashanti. Do you know how Richie feelings this, right? And you know me have to listen to your program because you talk a crocus bag of things with scandal side of it.
Ragashanti live. Check. Wagwan people, wagwan. Bless up on yourself in the 90, and bless up on yourself in the 90 and thing. My name is Ragashanti inside the IrieJam studios here in New York. I'm broadcasting to you right down there on the Bridge 99 FM in Jamaica. Big up on yourself, people from up, so wrong, so down, so over, so and whatever. Big up everybody who they are back to, who they back boat, who they back a God. Prezi, you say you have a place at Jamaica named Backto. Say you have one place named Bakagad. Jamaica can't give some name, Bakagad. That is either good or bad, Bakagad, I mean, being behind God is not necessarily a bad thing. Even though, well, I don't know the genesis of that name there, I don't know how that name came into being. People, I'm drinking coffee right now, which is not a good idea. Prezi, may I hear you talk loud out there, Nobody lock your door, Because they talk hot. The AC is not on. They talk hot. So when I say people, I drink coffee 10 o'clock at night and thing, and I'm going to buy it from Tim Hortons, which is common in Canada. Tim Hortons is everywhere in Canada. But Tim Hortons is not a big deal over here in the US, So when I saw the Tim Hortons thing, I said, I must say the second one, I was so surprised, you know. So big up all of the Canada link them and all these things and whatever, and really. Some of us want to know, say, Tim is slowly but surely expand over here in America, at least in the New York metropolitan area. People, Jamaica performed well at the Character Games, and we're going with a bag of something up there. We're going with itself. When I talk where I run the street right, you know, in Jamaica, go on with yourself. Go on with yourself. It's synonymous to if you're feeling yourself, right? If you're feeling yourself. If you're like, yo, you know, you feel good, or, you know, if you feel good, or you say, boy, Jano, the earth is blessed for have you right, it upon it right, you know. If you really feel, you say, yeah, go on with yourself. So, Jamaica go on with themselves over the Character Games and thing, and win up a whole heap of race and beer sitting and go on with a bag of something. But, in the end, some interesting things happen, right? I must say 2 races over in, 2 relay. I must say like it, I said the 2 4x1 relay. I don't know if I under 20 or under 17 or what. But I think 2 races over win. Them did I say, yo, after the thing done, and I say, yo, them race have to go run over, you know. And again, people, I am so busy right now during the days. I am ridiculously busy. Just I go non-stop. Me not get to follow up the story and get the full 100 of it, you know. Why them did want the race them run over. But at first, me say them did disqualify the Jamaican them. Me say them did disqualify we, and then after that, you know, me say the race a run over. And then me say them change their mind again. And I allow the medal standing as it is. So, me don't know what them did want, you know, disqualify Jamaica for. Me not get the details from them, something there. But overall, Jamaica shell down the thing. And we just want to big up the Bahamas too. Because, you know, who remember Barrel Man? Remember Barrel Man, we always a juggle with Francois. Francois, may your soul rest in peace. Big up yourself. Barrel Man. And Barrel Man, they are Canada now. Right? Dwight. Turn down your phone, press it. Dwight, right? Him they are Canada, you know. Barrel Man, I watch. Every race a Barrel Man watch. Him put it on Instagram, and I saw me get to see a good amount of the race them. You know, me see what is Barrel Man name on Insta. My last name, I don't forget him last name. Him last name, Barrel Man last name. Hold on then. Dwight. Him name I go come up, man. Dwight. Dwight A. Ross. So if you go under Barrel Man, yeah, Dwight A. Ross. One word. Dwight A. Ross. R-O-S-S. Right? And then you can get you can see the race them because it look like Barrel Man put up every ratted race. He put up a whole heap of race. You understand? So I feel him channel, I feel him IG me did all up and I see the race them. I see a good amount of race them. But the thing I juggle back you know, and Jamaica keep a medal and thing. So I just want to say congratulations to the Jamaican team, you know, and for their, you know, extraordinary performance at the recently held Character Games and thing. A long time Character go on, you know. Long time Character go on, and you know, good for say we are maintain a local standard. This one, all these things and things and things and things and things. Okay. I can see what I go on here, so now over here, so I check out something. All right, next thing. And people, we don't hear nothing about you saying money and the other people and money. Presumably the case are going and whatever, right? And we don't hear nothing more. We don't hear no look at talking about it and nothing, no look at update and thing. Well, I'm assuming if there's an investigation ensuing, that, you know, them can't really throw that. President, I hear you talking, you know, man. You can't really hear, you can't. President, come on, 5-4 and stop talking to somebody. I work time now, man. I'm to that man, man. You know? Anyway. What? President, people don't know, so I just have to work with President, you know. I just have to work with President. I feel him speed that, you know. A good youth, him have a good heart, you know. I mean, I want Hot and Spicy come take me hand for our man. I don't want Hot and Spicy come bust liberty for me and thing. But people, you see how the UCN thing just died down, the money thing that just died down and thing, not talk now make about it again. And again, let me just say that I'm well aware that if an investigation is ensuing, that it is standard protocol for them not to be, giving out any information about updates and so forth and things like that. But all we know so far is that Miss Lady who pulled the wheelchair stunt, because it look like that in a fashion right now with white collar criminals or white collar charges and things like that for just roll out in a wheelchair and things for not go prison and whatever. And by the way, black Jamaican ghetto people, only about go with the wheelchair, it not gonna work, we don't know. Black Jamaican ghetto people, the wheelchair something there, where the woman, the lawyer, disbarred lawyer who take where mother the money and thing, I mean, you say allegedly, did have big chat about it after she take with the money and thing, allegedly, and whatever. Me hear say, say she bust the wheelchair thing and did that go on like she mad and whatever. And it worked because supposedly she was never incarcerated or put in jail under remand or anything, pending, the trial continuing or anything like that. And then the cash plus man did do that too and whatever. One next somebody did do that one day. And we see Miss Lady, she to roll out in a wheelchair, the woman who them arrest, regarding UCN money and whatever and this. But people, I don't want to let it go, don't let it go here. Don't let it go, man. Remember I telling you, I saw them get with them something all the while. 9 day wonder, one will excitement raise up and thing, and before you know it, everybody move on and go and talk about the robbery over Portmore and thing and the killing and the shooting. Then them move from the one day and gone to something else and gone to something else. And then the status quo is maintained. Where ghetto people get blamed for all of the ills and the problems them at Jamaica when the people them who really are going with the chicanery of significant gravity. The people them who are going with them something there, whatever, them get up with it routinely day after day, every day after day. And then them end up blaming people like me. And them end up blame people, them blame dancer, them blame Beanie Man, them blame Bounty Killer. For all of the problems them in Jamaica and whatever and thing, right? When I see what happened over there, somebody come out with a terrible accusation against the Prime Minister, right? And then now people in defense of the Prime Minister said the Prime Minister was exonerated from this matter. Which is a serious thing if somebody come out and accuse the Prime Minister, right? Remember, them as an example for setting and them as them want, establish order and all these things and whatever, right? So if somebody deliberately said the Prime Minister is exonerated and come out and try sully the image and the character of the Prime Minister and whatever, that we need to know more about that and know what going on. Then them come out after and them say the Prime Minister was not exonerated from the very serious allegations that were launched against him. We don't hear nothing more about that. Either way, it's still serious. And at them, something that cause problem in Jamaica, right? At them, they're the real serious thing they want to pay attention to, right? Why some people in Jamaica do all kind of manner of and I'm not saying the Prime Minister, what I'm about to say, I don't want nobody to say that, But all manner of illicit activities, and then they get away with it routinely all the time, and then turn around and blame ghetto people and all these things and whatever. You understand? Yeah, I know I'm redundant now with it and thing, but the matter is redundant, upon a systems level. But people, this thing with the SSL sitting and thing and UCN money and the other people and money, the 39 people and money and them thing there. I want to call it talk show them down there. and check in with them and say, you know, call Emily. Is Arville still on radio? I don't know. Call the talk show them people, man. And I call them. I want to call the talk show. Call in. I say, what go on with it? What you hear about it? I must keep it up. Certain things we want to see work in other country, in a work by accident, you know. Them people are resilient, them non-stop. Them people have work and a fight for certain things. And them go hard. Week after week, month after month, year after year, and I saw them get to secure certain, victories and triumphs in the political sphere and in the governance of the respective countries or the counties or them town or whatever the case may be, right? So Jamaican people, if you don't want change to happen, that's something that we have to have. We have to organize on ourselves. And even if we don't go out there walk with placard or anything, just like, like a steady, consistent, like a calling, what you hear about it? What going with the UC and thing there? What going with the money there and thing? How it go? And keep it up on them. May I watch it, and I let it go, Because remember, they are banking on it being a 9-day wonder, as is usual with everything, don't they? People, Ricky Trooper, daughter, this beginning news, for those of you not in the dancehall circle, Ricky Trooper is an iconic actor in the sphere of dancehall, right? Right, is well known. To say he's a celebrity is an understatement. And he's a, when you talk about salt of the earth, real dancehall, grew up in the thing or whatever, Trooper, you understand? Unfortunately, his daughter was murdered in Bridgeport, Connecticut, I understand. And allegedly she was murdered by the father of her child. She had a young baby. And apparently she left him. And him did want her back. I saw the reports that the streets, I said, right? Him did want her back and keep her and I try to get her back. And she said, no, she done with that thing there and whatever because, reports are it was a healthy situation she did, And which she have a right for one come out of it. And apparently, according to the street report, him did want her back, and a draw back for her. And she not give him any knowings and thing and whatever. And me say, Mr. Man, him take it up on himself now for the girl that they asleep and go shoot her, kill her. Now, people, we have to be careful with these things because the way them something are going. Unless you see it with your own eye, or unless you have evidence that is 100% conclusive of whatever conclusion it is that you have reached, you have to be careful, because you have to be careful with social media too, Because so often we have seen things come up on social media and everybody 100% sure, only for find out say nothing no goes. But then can't find him. From the night she was killed, him disappear. And reports are him did dead with her. And things like that. And them can't find him. And as a consequence, you see all these people putting up all these things on social media with this picture and so forth and saying that the police want him, them a look for him or whatever. But them can't find him. Condolences, Ricky Trooper, and all the bereaved and everybody in grief about this matter, about the horrific killing of this wonderful young lady and thing or whatever, who did just do our best to make life and thing or whatever. But here we are again with this thing now, with men. Woman a leave you and you feel so woman not to leave you, you have to kill them and all them something there, whatever. And yet again, we're going to just make an appeal. Men, if you and a woman there, if you and her used to do and hook or whatever, all if the hooking's good and all them something there, whatever, If that woman want to leave, it's her right to leave, and it's not your right to kill her. Men, if you spend upon a woman enough, and after you spend upon her enough, and you never yet even got burn her or do anything or whatever, and she tell you all kind of lie and ginally or whatever, and go burn you with somebody else, go dash out her jojo with somebody else, you still do not have a right to go kill her. If you made a choice to spend upon a woman, it was your choice. If that woman told you certain things to make you believe say everything did set and curry and whatever, this and that and thing, you still don't have a right to kill her. Worse, if she never do anything like that. If you are being abusive to her and feel say you have a right to be abusive to her because you are spend money upon her, and she decides that she need to let go and leave and whatever, you don't have a right to go and kill her. You're wicked and evil if you go kill her. Men, there is nothing wrong when you're a woman that do and you feel say that chun is your one. Have fun. How for pony this? You're one daddy and you're one my boss. Yeah, enjoy it. But when it is never your pum pum. It is never your property if you feel say you must kill her feet and thing because she give her your thing and whatever. Never. I idiot man kill woman if if the woman want left you and want there with you and whatever this and that and you feel say you have to go kill her. Yeah, idiot, you're a damn fool. Of course, there's nothing wrong if you get depressed and thing or you feel disappointed or you're upset or some anxiety attack you or you feel bad so the thing no work out and you're gonna miss her and ball if you all want ball too. But if a woman want left a man, she's supposed to can left a man. Worse if you conduct yourself in a way where she feels say boy she can't deal with this thing and she not happy with this thing and she need to leave. One day we are read one thing and whatever, one woman, man send her go school. Man send her go school. When she got left from high school, man send her go school. Two of them, two of them similar. Send her go school and thing and whatever, then send her go college and thing and whatever and this and way. Send her go college again and thing, she get her master's. And when she done now, the man who work hard for send her there, a grunt work the man they doing, A man they work with cesspool and all them something there and plumber type of thing, them and whatever, dirty work and thing, and salt of the earth man and whatever. So she said, boy, she feels she outgrow him and she need to leave now and thing and whatever, And him can't adjust with the people who she there around now or new colleagues, educated and all these stuff and whatever. And supposed to, members of the refined elite, etc. She said, boy, him can't to conduct himself this one thing and whatever. And we are talking about it and thing, and somebody who I know say, boy, that's why violence can't done, is a gunshot she forget. Gunshot she forget what? She don't forget no gunshot. Is it possible that she ungrateful and terrible? Yeah. Is it possible that it is unconscionable what she do? Yeah, that's possible. But nobody never put no gun in him ears and tell him to go spend money upon her. He made a choice. And when you make a choice towards a particular outcome, life happens. The outcome may happen and it may not happen. When you make a choice, and even if that choice involves you doing something over years, and you work hard and all these things and whatever, over years and whatever, towards an outcome, and you want that outcome to come to fruition and all these things and so forth and things, and it not happen or whatever, you still make a choice. And in this case, don't care how bad the woman may come over that she is, him still not bad about to put gunshot in her or whatever. No. You learn from it. You fall down, you pick up yourself, you move on. The next time you date a woman now and she says she want to go to school, you just tell her, say, If I say you're there. Or if you want to go try again, you go try again. Or whatever, but that's how it is. Everybody have problems. Everybody go through disappointment and thing and whatever. And most people, we may bawl about it. We may get upset and depressed about it. But the most of us will bite the bullet and we pick up ourselves and we move on. And we're not going to kill nobody and go poison nobody with a cyanide and whatever and feel justified for do all them something and we're not carry nobody name. Go over a man and put it on parchment paper and then, hey, me about one over over there. Woman write my name on, this is a little bit disgusting. Woman write my name on parchment paper, me understand, and, oh, you fix up this now, yes. And let us just say she put the man name in her fecal matter, yeah, and wrap it up and burn it. And that's supposed to do him something. Yeah, people know all them madness there. Right? But when I say people, we all make choices. Some of them work out, some of them not work out. Some people betray you, some people grateful for what you do. You learn from it and move on. It's no justification for go perpetrate violence on people. Condolences, Ricky Trooper, and your family and everybody and thing. Boy, you lose your daughter and thing and John. One of them things there, you know. One of them things there. All right, people. Prezi, we soon take a break, you know, so nobody go far. We soon take the break what we're supposed to take. People, apparently, Jamaican castor oil. Prezi, you know castor oil? Why don't you use castor oil? Let me see if you know it. Big up yourself, you know what I'm going. So apparently the Jamaican castor oil is better than the castor oil up here. Right? So there is this woman, she go Jamaica at least 4 times a year. She have a friend who ask her every time she go down for bring up castor oil for her, and the friend bring up castor oil. Sometime when the friend bring up the castor oil, whatever them do with the castor oil in her ear, in her head, and the friend, she go over the friend house. And the same person who bring up the castor oil, put the castor oil in her head and do whatever them do with the castor. I don't know how it go, press you rub it in or something. You know, like rub it in or like ear oil or something. But well, anyway, but the sometime, whenever she apply the castor oil at the same woman yard, she go over. For the woman for do the shape, whatever it is she do with the castor oil. And apparently, a couple of years now, well, the woman I bring up castor oil, I give her and thing. So one day, she over the woman house now, and the woman I put in the castor oil and thing and whatever. And she said, turn that down, Prezi. You want Prezi, me go, who be you know, Prezi? Big and serious, you know. Prezi, you know, say, you take me, Prezi, me know all. You have some new Obia man at Jamaica now, because them say St. Mary around the place with Obia now and things. So I don't know how I go. One time gone, it was St. Thomas, he get blamed for everything. And then them switch it to Westmoreland. And say like the best Obia did there Westmoreland till all. Some of the big DJ, them send them over one certain Obia man yard up there, whatever, this and that. And lately, and then our next time it was Clarendon, down a Veer. Them say down there, so the turn up, the most turn up Obia did there. Clarendon did I get it down a Veer. I remember one man call in and say him a warrior man and him have 2 pet drunkro, who they call me sure. Flirty and Florence. Who remember that? The 2 pet drunkro, them Flirty and Florence and thing. But for a good while now, I sent Mary a wallet. Them say St. Mary the good one. Prezi don't play me now. St. Mary, Prezi. St. Mary, my mother come from me. Prezi don't play me. I not grow no father, but I know the whole of my mother ginger race. Prezi don't play me. We have all of the link them for the good way of them. I don't have parish. Don't ramp with Raga. Okay. So anyway, people, so apparently the woman have put in the castor oil in her head and thing, and the woman must see the back her. So she must see the kind of hot or something. Well, I know winter just done, so some get it, some dash it, so I don't know when exactly that now. So the woman who get the castor oil in her head, she the kind of hot or something. So she said, she opened up her blouse because she didn't want her friend, a woman. So she opened up her blouse and thing and whatever. And she said she never really have on a brassiere. And she just opened up her blouse to kind of cool off a little bit and thing and whatever. She said all of a sudden she just feel her friend too and just go down, man, and grab her breast them, and she said the way she shocked, she don't even know what, because in a fear mind she in a safe zone, And she said the friend just grab her breast them and then, remember I said the friend the back behind her now, And then now when the friend grab her breast and she shocked, now, so she said the way she shocked, her hand come up and she grab her friend hand, the one with the back her, so the friend 2 hand grab her 2 breast and fear 2 hand grab the friend hand. And she said the friend just draw her back and she drop back with. And people, she said the friend just fling one eye titty in her mouth in a prezi. Yes, man. Chew one eye titty in her mouth. She said she shock and whatever and she start fight her off and whatever and thing. She said she's still in a shock now and whatever and thing. And then she rise up now and she asked the woman, what you do? And the woman said, you know what? You said, I like you a long time. She said, like what? I never think nothing about that or what. I don't even know say you into them there's something and whatever. We are do a man, I get mad. And she said, man, I get mad. What? You know, say, I want you a long time and whatever. And she said, want what? Me never have no argument about them something. You don't know if me involved in them something. I don't do them something. I don't take woman. And wait. And you know the little saying at Jamaica where the woman them have about strictly dickly and she go in and look at thing and whatever. And only for hear the woman and say, here's me a buy castor oil. Only hear the woman say, here's me a buy castor oil for you. And you never one day yet. Give me back money, I'm going to ask you for money. So the woman said, no. From the first time when I did ask him, I tell her, say, buy it and me give back your money. And when you bring it, I want that prezi. I owe that. I owe that in our system. You know I owe, don't I can't tell you I owe. You don't know I owe go in our system, so I'm frightened away all the while. I could think dopey in I. And Louis, man. Louis Grant, people Louis Grant have a way when him stay in the yard and him go in the system in the computer and we are do things. So we there later night and things start happening on the computer and we have to say, wait, a dopey there and all these things. No one Louis. But anyway. So the woman explain and I tell her, say, no. The first time I did ask if I go for castor oil, me tell you before, so I'm going to pay a fee just to get it for me. When did they bring it back the time, you tell me, say, don't worry about the money. And she said the second time, she offered it and she said, don't worry. But that was years ago, you know. But now the woman know I'm going to use that as an excuse and I say, you know how much castor oil me give you? I bring up from Jamaica, come give you, you know, so she want, you know, so woman girl want you and all these things and whatever. No, Prezi, you tell me, you know. Even say a woman like a woman now and want to, you know, well, that's true. What woman do to woman when them something they go on. Why she thinks that the woman must run that panana now for castor oil? She out hard, eh? You know, she probably has said, well, the castor oil them add up, you know. But you know what is sad? When they laugh about this, you know, but if it was like a man thing and, you know, to a woman, wouldn't I laugh? Don't it, Prezi? But wouldn't I laugh? Would I say it's serious? But it's still serious. And the woman who talk about it now, she a joke it out too, you know. So just so you know, but it's a serious thing, but she has say, you know, the woman, well, me can't really use the language where she use, but basically she has said, the woman want to come now up or something for Castor oil or whatever and all these things and whatever. Like she thinks she. But what I think is, but you know, so the woman probably did a time peddler the whole time. A time peddler the whole time and thing. And to the little eat, go take her, you know, and she goes, so boom, no. I must go open up her clothes and I say, boy, in the atty. But, you know, it's a woman around her friend. So she don't think she have nothing to fear, her friend from all these years. Who she go over her house all the while and the friend put in the castor oil. But me don't know I look like when she goes to bam and go open that now and the friend go see all the two nipple them now. And the nipple them, they look like she just get bringle and just kind of, and just reach down and decide to help herself. And thing I draw down and throw one of the nipple them in her mouth and all these things and whatever this and that. She out of order. I mean, I show you how the world run because she had the pan of thing, you know, she just a laugh it out like it's nothing. She don't even think to go to the police or anything and whatever. Just think how many of them type of rapes they are going. Woman a rape, woman and nothing come out of it. Just think how, and nobody don't report them. Who report them something there? Enough of that going, you know. Not people, me I tell you enough of that going. Me know enough of that going. Me know people who that happened to when me did a teacher you were Jamaica. Enough of that going, yeah? So we all know about man who force themselves on woman. People, enough woman force themselves on woman and traumatize other woman about it and thing and whatever. And probably some people don't even want you to talk about it. And the people say some of them people who always a lash out against man. Right? And some people, certain people in a certain organization who did all a lash out against me when me I talk up the things upon the radio, I joke about we look at things them and whatever and ray. You ever hear them woman that come talk about them woman that who are rape other woman? And by the way, when we are talking about something happen up here, obviously, right? And New York, it talking about. But still, we are talking about that. Them something that go on. Enough of them woman that feel privileged, like them privileged out there for rush woman. And rape off woman and force woman for do this and that and bad up woman. Just like how some of the youth them do it gangster style. You have woman who do them something, they bad up woman, beat up woman. And do this and that with them. Enough woman, I live under stress with other woman, right, you know. Who have them in essentially in some form of bondage and all, some sexual slavery and do as them like with them, you know. With some little gangster flex man them. Enough of that go on. Like all this woman I know bright enough who thinks that she can't go the woman breast for Castor oil. Out Yo, yeah, brother. Yeah, we're going to break, you know. We'll come back. The number is 876-676-4996. I who don't get today. Tristan, alert up a thing and thing because, you know, when the calls them come in, I'm going to look on my phone here, Tristan. I look on my phone tonight. Make sure say any of you text me because sometimes you down there Jamaica and you text me certain things and yeah, go see what I go on. Okay, yeah. 876-676-4996. We're going to take a break and we'll come back. That is the number. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. No, my boss, that is a different thing, you know, right? Well, people, I was made aware of a situation. No, let me ask him if I can mention it first because I not call no name, I not call him name, I not call him name or nothing, but I just want permission from you first to say I can mention them something what happened to you. But what you're referring to is well, since you listen to me, you send me text. Your situation with your woman, well, your ex and that woman, respectfully, I think I know you go through it. But respectfully, I think that is something different here. I think that is different, you know. And if you give me permission, me not calling, nobody don't know you anyway. So I mean, nobody who will listen me know you. But just, if you give me permission to mention it and talk about it, me talk about it. Usually when I do them something, I always ask, can I mention it on the radio? Your name will not be called, but I'll mention it. I won't use any uniquely identifying information for people to know who you are. And I'm a little routine I'm going to go through. So I just need your permission to mention it. But for the record, it's not the same as what me I talk about. Yeah? That is just me. I mean, explain it to you. That's what I mean. We're going to break and we'll come back and call people. The number is 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. We're going to break. We'll soon forward. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. Good night, caller. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Rob.
Yeah, Wagwan.
Wagwan. Everything blessed?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know what's
that look present.
it's an echo.
That loop echo thing there going in my ear to me ear.
Yeah. I mean, I have it on speaker, so I it sounds like I hear it in Raga.
All right. What you say now?
It sounds like I hear it in, because I mean, I have it on speaker.
You're good now.
All right. You know, you laugh off of me on that one, I still hope I run it by you. You know, so I almost buy some science the other day.
You almost buy some science.
Yeah, guess where reach me? Me in my house, you see? I rush out. So, you know, when I rush out sometimes, you wash your pot, but you know, wash it good, but you just wash it out and just leave it and see.
Yeah.
When me come back, the pot black. I say, me know me wash out that pot of brother, but me ain't burn nothing or whatever. But me smell like browning, like, you know, the Jamaican browning we use for meat.
Yeah.
And me I say, no, me start thinking now, come here and say, no, sir, where this come from, and you know, me all over the place.
Right.
So me rinse it back out. So me say, me not put the pot me not put the drainer, you know, me just rinse it back out and put it there.
Uh-huh.
By me could have turned on and turn something on the stove. You see the pan turn black again. You know what happened?
What?
In the cupboard, me have a buckler, them call it gravy mass. It come like a browning. And
right.
Turn over.
Oh, okay.
Turn over in the cupboard, and the cupboard lock. So it has come through the you call it crease.
Yeah.
And the wood now, and a drop. But in a drip so me can see it. So every time, so when me come in, me not see no drip. I mean, nothing. By the time me turn around again, me see the pot black again. I said, no. So bag me almost run out of the house.
So you almost go over your man and think I wonder how the pot get black by itself, no?
Yeah, Virgin, me say me almost go down. Me almost go up or go down or go road. Me say start spin, because I said, I want me do something, you know. Me never want to go woman there and she gone. I want me to take way out of accident.
Yeah.
Everybody have a look a superstition. Everybody have a look a superstition.
And I want to come black in your pot, don't.
When me want to come out though, Raga, you know, say the brown, at the gravy wash, brownie.
I chew up upon slowly, like a secret by your pot.
Slowly, in the middle of the pot, but I'm saying things.
But no, it's an interesting thing you raise here. You know. Suppose me tell us a lot of time people go through some things and rather than, you know, some seemingly unexplainable thing happen and whatever, and because them don't even make an effort for kind of say, listen, there has to be some sort of logical explanation for it. Make me delve a little further, make me check a little further to see what could have happened or whatever. Them just see something unusually happen, something unusual happen and just say, boy, there's no logical explanation for this. I must dope it. I must somebody do me something. Cut and clear. You understand? Enough time people go through them something there, you know.
But right, guess what happened though? You my brave self, kind of brave self. Me smell the pot though.
Yeah.
And me smell the browning, but me know me don't have no browning in my house.
Oh, okay.
But me smell the pot, and me say, no, me don't have no browning. But the gravy master, that thing is American version of the Afro browning, but you know, good like free browning. It smell the same way like and the same black color. It's the same burnt sugar, all of them. The same thing and drop it at the pot. Me say, Raga, I'm in the house and I think, I say, well, the landlord don't come here. Nobody can come here. Who come? So me I think, me say, me frazzle out, you know. I say, but me know me not too much bad still because me smell it. So me then I throw the pot and I go and like, I run out of my house or not like this and whatever. And when me open the cupboard now, Raga, the thing throw it all the way. And it happens so superstitious, Raga. In a drop, like, you know, you see it run down on the side of the sink or so you could have look up and know or whatever. I just turn back around now when I have to something on the stove and I just see it black and a drip. So I open the thing and so I share that one with you because I know.
Well, give thanks to that one there again and again. I want to say to people, the lesson from this is very often we have some experiences where, you know, they're unusual and we cannot identify an explanation for it, but the experience is unusual. And just based on the way that we are socialized to explain everything in the supernatural, many of us don't even understand that. But as Jamaicans, we are socialized both from the European religious ethos there in terms of what is going on in the God versus the devil world, and also from our African heritage, our ancestors, we are this one notion where we have things that somebody can assault. Yeah, you me call her? You know, when we say somebody assault, that is a supernatural explanation, you know. Right? Supernatural mean outside of the natural, right? It mean outside of the observable and the measurable. So Jamaicans, we are conditioned to do that. Once we see something we don't understand, the first thing we think about is a supernatural explanation. You know? Like me always telling about my brethren who somebody who I know at Jamaica, him drive car and never had an accident, right? One day he pick up one young lady and him have accident, right? One accident him have, the first accident him ever have. Long after that again, him just happen to see her. And the second time him a give her a ride, him get in an accident. You can't tell him say no she make him get in the accident, And me I tell him, man, so I said, do you know the meaning of the word coincidence? Me no care, Raga. You could I do your big word them from school, look come on. Me no get in an accident. Me a good driver and ray. And the only 2 times I get in an accident, and the 2 times I get that, never again she can't come back. Hold on. You ever hear Jamaican people say, oh, all she, me have luck with she, and me have luck with him in a car. From a day with him in a beer, good things are going for me. Me get promotion at my work, me get this and that. And from a day with that, you ever hear them talk there? You ever hear them talk there? Yeah, for good or bad, Jamaicans always do that rather than just explain the thing logically. You understand? So we need to move from that something there.
Yeah, come here, a guy said this one time. He say, you can pick up a woman and worse than an obia.
So you can pick up a woman and she worse than an obia. Yeah, Jamaicans talk like that all the while.
Yeah, you can pick up a woman and worse than an obia.
The term them always used to is something like them that say, what's something that worse than bad, worse than something bad luck? Yeah, them have them little saying.
You know, some people have bad energy, Raga.
But you mean bad energy because bad energy in the sense where you feel say you can't deal with somebody and the person that make you have bad luck at your work when them not there, you feel so?
No, me no.
All right, let me ask you another way. You feel say you can't deal with somebody and because you there with that person that you are drive by yourself and get in an accident and because you're there with that person that make that energy that make you get in an accident?
No, I don't believe that.
Well, me I tell you, say enough Jamaicans that is how them want something to happen and them have to explain it and them not have a ready explanation. Even for them even try to explain it in a sensible, logical way. Them are generate who salt from, and you know, so from she make that statement there, and from she make that statement there, be a bad blessing and follow me, you know. And Jamaicans do this all the time.
True.
Jamaicans do.
But you don't believe in the bad energy. You don't believe in the bad energy.
No, I believe in a bad energy, but I don't think bad energy is responsible for my choices.
Yeah, I think some people create bad energy too by their thinking and their action.
Exactly. But no, I believe, well, on, you never meet somebody yet and you just meet them, the term where we use as Jamaicans, we say spirit tech, right? You never meet somebody yet and you don't know them from Adams and your spirit, and you and them you just a connection there. You just have a connection, right? Like you and them just have a nut.
Yeah.
And the same way you can meet somebody, you don't know them, but as you go around them, you get cross. You get cross, you get miserable, you don't know nothing about them, and them just make you get cross. Me believe in them something. Me believe in that. You can't explain it, but me believe in that. But that don't responsible for every choice I make after. When me lead to good fortunes coming my way or bad fortunes coming my way, that is my choice. But yeah, me believe in a bad energy though and good energy.
Yeah, because, you know, me try to explain to a lady once, and she couldn't get it. I tell her, I said, just like, oh, if you see me right now, you can like me. She said, yeah. Me says, the same, so you can see me right away and don't like me.
Exactly.
It's the vibes, right? The energy.
And you for trust it. And you for trust it.
Yeah. And she said something about a judge me. I said, but we all gonna judge each other. Because if me come to you with that negative and aggressive and ignorant and all of this, why you supposed to judge me? Because why am I...
No, not only that. What me always tell people is this. You see, if you meet if you're in need of something, or you want something, or you enjoy something, you see, if you get involved with somebody who give you that something there, or a dangle or something there, or gave you that something there, and you enjoy it, and it must, but you feel the bad energy, let it go. Follow. When my mother would have said, follow your spirit, let it go.
Me create one word, you know, with my brethren them. I tell them say it's behavioral confession.
Behavioral what?
Confession.
What do you mean by that?
Amen. When you meet somebody and their behavior is just totally not normal, in the negative, they are really telling you who they are.
Well, Maya Angelou, so when people show you who they are, believe them. But what I'm saying is, it don't even have to be behavior, you know. I put it to you another way. You can meet somebody, you know, and the person that don't do nothing bad, the person that don't do you nothing bad, and the person that do nothing bad to anybody else and whatever, and the person come over pleasant and them something there, but you still feel a negative energy from them.
Yes.
Don't follow it up. Remember, you know, when them behavior sync with them negative energy, that easy, you know. So if you get that negative energy from them, and them show some nasty attitude and I do some cruel thing to people, that easy. You know what is what. Or if you get a good vibe from them and them do good things and so forth, that easy. That part of easy. People in general are no problem there, sir. Where the problem come in is where, for example, a man meet a woman and girl look good on her front, fat and all them something, and he might get a bad energy from her. But him so focused on the something where she dangling front time and whatever, and him still go do it. Where the bad energy come in is when a money man did it, and I get the woman them this and that, and she get everything, and she sit, and she feel the bad energy, and she wants it and now go wrong, and them go to them way, and them explain it and thing, and them explain it away, until all those tumble down upon them and thing. Most people who end up at hate somebody who them did there with are involved with and their own. 99.9% of them people, when you talk to them and ask them, if them did see sign of that before, them can tell you, say, yeah, you know, so me see it and me ignore it, and she did tell me this and him did tell me that and ray and whatever, and me think say would have changed and me think should have changed. Them did see it before. And feel it, see it and feel it before. And them still go on because them did I get something out of it, what them did want, or them have some other insecurity, like them don't want nobody to say, oh, she couldn't keep her man, or couldn't keep him woman, or you know, want the neighbor them go say something. Make them go stay night and ignore the negative energy where them already them feel it, you know. Them feel it, say it dead, them feel leave it alone and them run go take it same.
You see that energy thing there?
Yeah.
We were Brooklyn about 25 years ago over Bed-Stuy on the 13th floor in our project to check a girl.
Yeah.
And when me in the house with her phone ring and she talk, I just get up and walk out of the house. Just like that, you know. Just get up and walk out. You see me going to the elevator and reach downstairs. Is a man, me see a bolt. I come to the elevator, you know.
Yeah.
Rock, there's no way nobody can tell me, say no, because the man again.
Probably would have put a shot on you.
Boss, me no call her back, and she never call me back.
See it there?
Never call her, and she never call me back. Me just walk. Me say me just get up and walk. So me take the elevator and come to the first floor, and the door go ping and slide. That man me see bolt through the front door, run into the elevator.
All right, but you are going before you cut door. What you think about Miss Lady how did I carry up the castor oil for your friend and then run go grab the woman and breast them and that? What you think about that?
All right, what do you mean? If I enjoy it or what do you mean? What enjoy it? If I love for what?
I never said anything about enjoy it or whatever. I'm just asking you what you think about it. What...
Do you need therapy? Reggie?
No, but it sounds to me that you want to include that as an option, like you didn't enjoy it, man, when you hear them something there.
Listen. Whatever my thoughts are, please let us stay right there, Bridget. Oh, you pull me out.
It was a simple question. You could have answered it to say, well, it was most disturbing the way, you know, she exerted that type of thing against the young lady. And no, but right now you gone in and like, no, but did I enjoy it? I'm not so sure I want to talk about that if I enjoy it and whatever. So you're having a moment, man.
All right, so I'll ask you a question again, Bridget. Let me take a deep breath and swallow.
Nah, you're the man about deep breath and swallow, dog. Just up your talk, man. I'm the man about deep breath and swallow. That was a Freudian slip, you know. That was a Freud. Hold on. Do you know that over and over and over again, research here in North America, not other place, but here in North America, said the number one fantasy of men is seeing women with women? I'm just telling you, I'm not advocating or promoting anything. I'm just saying. I know here you are saying that you don't need that with this thing about pleasure and all them things there. When me ask about the assault where the woman come in upon the other woman, you talk about enjoy it and all. What?
For your information,
yeah.
I did witness and was involved already. So that thing that you're saying there, I witnessed and was involved.
What do you mean? You were in a threesome with two women?
Oh, so you never do one like that?
I'm going to ask you a question. Prezi, what are you laughing for? Go in, man. I'm going to ask you a question. Were you in a threesome?
Yes,
I want to Prezi. Prezi love the free greasy, man. I'm going to ask you a question. Were you ever in a threesome?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, all right,
Yes,
then that's cool. We're not going no further and thing.
I mean, 1.5.
And based on how you feel about that, you don't feel you can answer this question quite competently. All right, big up yourself. Here, sir.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful
it's a beautiful thing. All right, Papa. All right, big up yourself. Here. Okay.
You hear from my brother?
Oh, somebody else in my talk to right. Some people may get permission for run this thing. Prezi, you hang up that something here. Oh, I think I did. Prezi. Man, I see, man. Prezi, stay there, so, because when they call him, come in, I want you. Stay there, so, and talk to. Don't go nowhere. Stay right there, so. Where you go? Stay right there, so. All right. And when the caller coming from Jamaica, make me know. Come off of the phone and make me know if called it. What called it? Prezi, call daddy? Okay, all right. So, people may have a bridging and thing and him experienced a situation recently and the edited, condensed version of what he experienced is as follows. Him have a woman have a friend. One day him come home and him woman a ball. And when him ask her what happened and thing or whatever, the friend, the woman said, our friend of how many years? Again, me just go on the short version. Hold her down and hold her down and bad her up and thing and use her mouth pan her and do all kind of things and thing or whatever. And when she attacked to him, she said she felt violated and she felt hurt and the friend betrayed her and she never see that her come and all these things and whatever. Him did want to report it. She tell him, she beg him, say don't report it to the police and them something. He knew the him woman friend relatives. So him go to the girl mother and say to the mother. The mother start ball and go tell the father. The father, who is Italian, old school Italian, the father go to the daughter, box her down, flatten her ground, box her down, all kind of thing now. The daughter have some crew where she par with and thing and whatever. The crew, them convince the daughter to go to the police, them report it to the police. The police them come and the police them arrest the father. After the father get arrested, the thing bust out and the family shame and all them something there and whatever. And film woman now vex with him and I say, you know, where you go to our mother for whatever and where and he must say, yo, I protect you and thing and whatever. And she I say, you shouldn't go do that and he must say, no, but what she do was a rape and an assault and you say you don't want to report it to the police, but at least me make her mother know because she out there and she go do it to other people too and blah 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 blah. So him have this kind of moral thing about it and whatever. And him and him woman go on there. Long after now, him and him woman have problem, have a kind of problem. That have not, when I have nothing to do with the girl. And eventually them end up left. After them left, long after them left, well, I don't know if long after, but after them left, one day him hear now say, him ex now say, she a lesbian, she a woman, she a take. And him still talk to her or whatever and thing, touch base with her and thing and whatever. And she say, yeah, whatever. So him ask her like, well, me don't know if you was that and oh you come and whatever. Remember what did happen to you and you did a ball and you did a post to it and thing and whatever. And she said, boy, since she and him left, she did get more open-minded with this thing and whatever and way and she end up now and that's what she there. And I said, well, you sure? And she said, yeah man, she sure and it's been a journey, but she a part of the journey, he wouldn't know and whatever, so she tell him that. Sometime after that now, him here say, she there with the same girl who did her friend for a long time, who did do the thing to her and who she did upset about and all them thing there and whatever. So I saw him link her back and I said, me say you're there with so and so and she I said, boy, it's kind of weird, but it work out that way there, and so he must say, yo, because she do that to you. And him ex I said, no, not really that, And the ex I try to explain to him, say, what did constitute them friendship and them closeness, whatever values them did have where make them get together, that is beyond sex. It have nothing to do with sex and whatever. And that was why they were so close as friends. That she explained to him, and I said that the thing became manifest like after she and him left. Them did a reason and thing, and she tell the friend where they do it wrong, and the friend said, boy, I'm sorry, I shouldn't do that and whatever. And she said they became back friends, and them did cool, and then the friendship evolved into a union. So basically she had tell him saying, I have nothing to do with when she did there with him and them something there and whatever. No. Him know I say, him no believe that. He must say a lie she tell. He must say a lie she tell, and that when the friend did sexually assault her, that broke her in it, and that clouded her mind, and she got get in it because she never stay so. So him not believe nothing what she say. He must say, the woman force herself upon him and live. So I saw now, when I talk about the Castor oil thing and whatever, he must say the same thing and the woman them and whatever. So I said, no, well, we don't really know, because your ex could have tell the truth. But you can't say definitively, say, because she do that broke her night. It's possible, but I don't think it's the same thing, like Wagwan with the Castor oil thing or whatever. And, in my opinion, I get a thing of feedback from my president. Think something of feedback. Somebody do something. I hear my voice back. You just do something back. You just all right. Take gone. Yeah. So that was what I refer to as something different. That and him still not over that, and him still have some misconceptions and some misunderstandings there, and he's still being hard on himself in certain way where he's making some comparisons that are, they're false parallels, right? Whenever I hear some man say, boy, then the woman go take woman in all she need is a good dick. People are foolishness there. That are foolishness, right? It's like saying somebody's identity is just dependent on one sexual act, and that is ludicrous. A woman being a lesbian has nothing to do with a man's penis. In general, and there are some other things too, where whatever. But anyway, bring in the caller. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, what going?
Me there, Anna.
Talk to me.
Happy Easter. Although I gone.
How is multi-talented?
Big up yourself, Ragashanti.
What go down, multi-talented?
You there, Anna?
You sound good, man. Sound like you get your bun and cheese already for your Easter and your belly full, man.
Then, hey, me have one son in and every Easter and give me bun and cheese.
Ah, that is so cool. Big up your son, big up your son. Big up your son, big up your son, big up your son. So the bun and cheese done already?
No, sir. Me have 2 uncles drop out in the area.
Oh, my condolences. Sorry for you.
And last year, me go bury me auntie a Dovecut.
Mm-mm.
I know me have 2 uncles, one at Clarendon and one at Kingston. So, well, me there, me there, and I'm a little stressed, but you have to just give God thanks.
See him. You have to be thankful, yeah.
Anytime you wake up and see another day, you give thanks.
See it?
Although the wicked them are fighting, Raga, them are fight me hard.
The wicked them are fight you? Oh.
Man, family and friend, man, them bad mind.
Oh. Well on. Somebody asked you the number. The Brooks, the number is. Oh, but if you're in the United States or Canada, the number is 888-546-8742. Again, United States or Canada, the number is 888-546-8742. 8742. 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. Yes, so what you say, them still a bad mind. They're multi-talented. Why your family them always a bad mind you? What's about you make them always a bad mind?
I don't know where they see me, where they did want and never get.
No, but what I mean is, you know, from what you have shared with us over the years and things, it's like all of your family them a bad mind you from years ago up till now.
I know all of them.
Oh, but most of them.
Not all of them. Some of them.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. And the one them we are bad mind me, you know. And the one them we did always look out for, take care of them and everything.
Well,
Till they reach in a position now and something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it look like them do want me and them to depend on the same status as all the time.
well,
Then they do want me and them to depend on the same status as all the time.
but you have anything specific to tell you what happened to you lately? Because if not, it's going to be the same refrain, you know, what people hear already, what you explain already. Say, them a bad man here. That is general. So if something specific happened to you recently, what you want to share?
To want to load up, that's something up on the radio.
All right, no problem. I understand.
I mean, you talk, so you know, good science, man. You know, if you can help me.
What you want to know, one good science, man?
Mm.
Well, yes, we know one.
I want one way free. Me want one way free.
No, Obia man not free nowadays. You're out there, which one will you hear about free, Obia man? You're going like Obia man and Obia woman they on sale. You ever hear Obia man and Obia woman that get like promotion and guzum? You ever hear a promotional guzum? Huh?
Rather.
What?
To me do my herbs now and then, you see, and sell me little herbs and so when me not working. Because you know a practical nursing me do.
Right.
But me day home now I'm not working, so me do my herbs. Me have my herbal book them.
Well, I'm not multi-talented. You do the same thing where you explain. You know, you do this all the time where you explain all these things, what you do.
Yes.
So I'm saying, if there anything happen, you have to tell us something specific, because if not, you're going to just be repeating what you tell us before on several occasions.
Yes, so I tell you now where them I do, I call me mother woman.
Them I call you mother woman. Wait, them I say you will be a woman?
To me I do my herbs and so yes.
Well, don't get upset about that. My mother go revival church. My mother never involved in a Obia. She burn out Obia. But just because she go revival church, where she have to wrap her head, them the things say she a work Obia. And then have revival church, people in a revival church, them have nothing to do with Obia, you know, them burn out Obia, you know, but people see them wrap them head and just Jamaican, for you wrap your head, yeah, Obia. I will be a work and thing about it. So don't worry yourself. I know you alone get persecuted.
I'm so nice tired when I wear sometimes, you know.
Okay, all right.
I'm mostly board them to the front sometime and the family them a call me Wobia woman.
All right, that's how it go, yeah. And I pay them no mind. You just go through and stay in your lane and thing, you know. I get some other call and sit now. But I'm glad to hear your voice, though. I'm glad to hear your voice. And you sound like your belly full and all these things. You sound like white squall and your mouth corner and hungry I take you and thing or whatever. You sound good. Big up yourself, you know.
Just eat couple dumplings while
Sure.
I'm in a mackerel.
Sure. Lord God, you know, and some people are going like them want come sparks against you. I want some food. I pay them the mind, you're multi-talented.
Me couple caramel dumpling and one thing a mackerel.
All right, let me take some other call, do you hear?
All right, respect.
Yeah, man, cool. Send out the call, Prezi. Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
What you say?
Hey, I'm Chuck calling.
Yeah, but you have to talk up in your phone because we can't hardly hear you. You know, you must sit up on speakerphone or Bluetooth or earpiece.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, what you say, you know? Talk up.
Yeah, man. I want to talk to you about something about the crime thing that go on in my yard.
About the crime, yeah.
Yeah, so I just feel like the government don't have a crime plan.
Okay.
I feel like them are play defense instead of on the offense.
The government have
basically-
played defense instead of them upon the offense. Upon the offense.
Yeah. I feel like them a react after things happen.
Okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because what me look funny is just an incident that happened down at Monique with the man from New York.
The taxi man there, yeah.
Just with Funny Island. They make it so difficult for people who live overseas, or would I say law-abiding citizens, get a license firearm. But the police lack the resources to protect the people.
Well, I noticed that since this thing happened, I say several people make videos about this very matter. There's one going viral right now, and again, just to kind of, re-articulate what is being said to the listeners. A man who drive taxi up here and up a foreigner, and drive taxi for long hours, saving money, build him house and money, and them something them fly down to Jamaica, and within several hours after reaching there, as in reaching house, them rob him and shoot him up, kill him and thing like that, as him drop down there Jamaica. Like several hours after him reaching him house, as him reaching him house from airport and thing, then go rob him and kill him. And one of the thing, where people up here say is that there is great reluctance on the part of FLA, the Firearm Licensing Authority in Jamaica, to give Jamaicans, from the diaspora, license, permit to carry a gun in Jamaica. And but there is some provision there where some people have that. As soon as them reach airport, them can just stop at FLA, pick up them gun, and thing and whatever, bam, bam, bam. When them a leave, them can drop off them gun there and go. But I think the government has this thing where them trying to be a little bit careful and restrained about just giving away, firearm license to Jamaicans who live in abroad. I don't think they want a situation where, the hundreds and thousands and even millions of Jamaicans living outside of Jamaica in the diaspora can, a substantial percentage of them can have, licensed firearm and things. So towards that end, a lot of people are upset about that because them think if the man was able to have a licensed firearm, pick up the firearm and think probably would have a fighting chance if when them people let it come for him. So and that's so you there to sir, right? Correct?
Yeah, you want me to ask about that now? It's so difficult. Even people who miss the police and soldier get turned down to firearm at Jamaica. Somebody who is supposed to have a fight crime. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so how you gonna look for somebody who will carry an M16 every day with minimum 30 rounds, and I'm gonna tell them, say they're not fit to have a personal firearm?
Well, yes. We have some. Yeah, there's some contradiction inherent there. But again, probably
Because that's where you live.
no. But they would probably hold on. But they would probably make some argument like when you're on duty, there is some sort of regulations and a set of constraints in place that serve to hold you, accountable. But that in your private space, they have to judge you differently. But at the same time, I will agree with you. If you go and give a man an high-powered rifle for, on the job, go around and things like that, it's kind of hard to say how, you want to trust that person to act responsible with a even a smaller gun otherwise. But again, at the same time, remember, that the Firearm License Authority, they have been plagued with a set of scandals about, not having enough regulation when they're giving people firearms, because there was the impression given that, you could have get the firearm easy when you apply. Once you apply, there's ways to get it easy. So I think what is happening here is a reaction to that thing where, that huge scandal there and some people were held accountable in that regard. So I think that they have made the process a little stricter in order to, not have, a process where it is easy for you to get it and things. So them making it more difficult is deliberate. But you're saying that there is a downside to it, and I don't know how them going to reconcile that.
Okay, all right. So
I'm just going to ask a question. If the police lack the resources to protect the citizens, and the citizens cannot protect themselves, what's going to happen?
That is a good point. It's a good point. Again, here him say people, him say if the police lack the resources to protect the citizen, including being there at that moment when something happened, right? And if the citizens have the will to protect themselves, but they just want the resources to do so without breaking the law, you know, what the gentleman here is saying, why not, you know, have it as a policy, you know, for the city? But then the problem with that is that, you know, when people have licensed firearms, some people not as responsible as they should, you know.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. Put measures in place to hold somebody accountable.
But that is what they will say to you. That is exactly what they say to you. They'll say, yes, that is it. We have put measures in place, and that is why it's stricter.
No, Raga. Give the person the firearm and put measures in place when they misuse that firearm. Just like how I have a licensed firearm at Jamaica, even though I'm not there. But if you do anything, FLA can take that firearm from you. So if you misuse that firearm, then you lose it, and you face the consequences. But we cannot say we are going to beat a child before we do the act. And basically, that's FLA.
No, but FLA would tell you that was the climate they thought they had in place when people were still abusing it. Hold on. I had a licensed firearm. Hold on. We can't spend the whole night on this. But what I'm saying is, I had a licensed firearm when I was in Jamaica. And when I was getting my licensed firearm, it was on several stages of the process, it was made known to me, if you misuse this, we're going to take it from you. One at a time, then tell me something will shock me. You know, them say, listen, if somebody come and shoot you, and that person is running away from you, I tell you, you're not allowed to shoot them.
Because it's no longer a threat.
Because it's no longer, at that point, I say, well, you tell me, say, if somebody did rob me and shoot me, and then the person run from me, me not allowed to shoot them, and I must say, and it was told to me, them say, Raga, if that is proven, we're going to take away the firearm from you. Because the firearm is only for defense. I'm just explaining this to you to say, you are saying, give the people the firearm, and then if they misuse it, take the... I'm saying to you, they would tell you that they had that in place before people were abusing it. And I'm telling you that when I was getting a gun, that was expressed to me repeatedly.
All right, let's switch gear real quick, because we don't want to stay too long. When it comes on to crime in Jamaica, I think that it becomes a level where people say the youth don't have no opportunity. But I think it's not a matter of opportunity no more. I think it's past that stage.
I agree.
Because it's gone way past people not having opportunity. But I'm saying, I think to solve this problem, they need to have, just like how America have a FBI and have a CIA. People who, members of the security forces, do not know. These are special people. They only report to probably the Governor General. So a lot of politicians don't know about these people. And they have the power to do their investigation and make arrests. If the commissioner of the police slip up, commit a crime, him get arrested. But you cannot have the same person investigate themselves or them friends. And that's the only way it's going to stop.
All right, let me hear what you say. But just so you know, them have nothing like that will only report to Governor General. That is not constitutionally allowed here. The Governor General is not involved in anything operational for the country. He's just the King's representative right now. That's all.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I was just using that as a point to say have somebody that they report to. Only on a need to know basis. Just like how not everybody in the Congress know every member of the CIA. That's what I'm saying. So
yes, I mean, I don't want to, listen, again, we're spending a lot of time on this, but a lot of things that you're saying, what this thing I name with the police, them not like, with the body are down there, we investigate police, what name again? That is what they're there for. Them already do that. Indicom. What? Indicom, them same one. They're doing that right now, and they're supposed to work independently. So what you just said, that is what they're there for. That is what they are
I
there
don't
for.
think that. Yeah.
Right, so that is already in place.
Jamaica is such a beautiful place. I love my yard, but sometimes when you hear people talk, so them afraid to go back home just because of where the crime is right now. And we don't want to get to a point where people do not want to go back to Jamaica because Jamaica make a lot of their money off tourism.
Right. Agreed. All right, Papa. I hear you.
All right, Papa.
Yeah, man. And what you're saying is you are speaking for thousands and thousands of Jamaicans. You know, a lot of Jamaicans saying the same thing, and I'm very concerned. I was in Japan and talking to a whole bunch of Jamaicans there, and them telling me all kind of problems them have in Japan. Japan have them dead for 13, 15 years, and Japan run. You cannot become citizen. You can't marry and become citizen and them something there, you know, whatever. All kind of stuff. Them can't own property, you know. If you're a foreigner, you can't buy property in Japan, you know. So when I said to them, say then if you not go to all of them something, go back to Jamaica. Every one of them said, no. We rather stay here and deal with this. Why? Crime. Every one of them say crime. So it's the same thing. So I see it's a problem out there. But I can take a next call here.
All right, my boss.
All right, cool. Next call. Hello.
Hello.
Where you going?
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Prezi.
In my wave, auntie.
No, Prezi.
In my big smile and a wave. So, Prezi, when you have a big smile and a wave to me, when you want me to communicate to her, say you have a big smile and a wave. Okay, Prezi say, Prezi say, yes, exactly. So, I'm communicating to you. Prezi, have a big smile and in my wave. Here.
I know wave, yeah. Prezi, you need to stop it now, though, Prezi. Prezi, you need to sit down and make Raga stop. Call. Prezi, you need to give yourself now.
No. Okay, no, Prezi, come here. She wants to say something to you. Come here. Quick. Because your woman attacked you and which microphone? Which one? This one is which one? This? All right, yeah. So the lady, he's in my ear, you know, talk to him.
Prezi, good night.
Good night.
Prezi, you need to stop it now on a serious note.
What do you mean?
As Raga come on, Raga down. Prezi, sit down. Prezi, you need to stop now. Stop give Raga problem.
Thank you.
All right, no problem.
Stop give Raga problem, Prezi. Prezi, where you go? Come you know me rub out Raga. But if I you're wrong, me not go rub him out.
Yeah.
If you're right, I will rub him out.
Yeah, talk to him there.
All right.
You stop now and behave a little self.
So well, don't move. At times you can't kind of strengthen that, like promise him like a box or something, you know?
No.
What?
No. A female not supposed to eat a male, and a male not supposed to eat a female.
Okay then, all right. Okay.
So guess what?
So you and President live good with that no violence between you, no?
No violence. No violence.
Okay, all right.
No violence at all. You mad?
Okay, my apologies for that suggestion then, all right.
Exactly. See, me send some picture for you, but me don't forget them still. Send some picture.
No, yes, man. She sent me picture them, man. I see you, man. Me see you, but yeah, look like you put on a little bit of weight. Me I say, then watch ya. Now, man, it look like you put on like 1 pound, you know?
No, 10 pounds put on 10.
It look like 1 pound to me, 1 pound. Come here and say, yo, she mag on this, man. So me I say, Atta Spicy put on a pound, man.
Well,
yeah, look different too.
Yeah, sometimes you have to look different, you don't know.
But I dress the way it did, man. Who give you?
Raga, buy me dress. Buy me dress. Buy me dress.
Hold on, I'm hearing some defensive from you. Are we okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe look toward them here. Come up. Maybe my neighbor them here catch them and make nice.
Okay. I hear a little bit of defensiveness from you, like a little attitude in your voice. I mean,
I'm supposed to give you attitude.
No. Check that attitude. Check that attitude, okay? Check that attitude. All right. No, that dress they look like that dress they did borrow. That dress they look like that dress they did borrow.
No. No. You notice how my body small?
Uh-huh.
So we make sure I buy small clothes and me buy my shoes. I want funeral me at 10.
Okay.
And guess what? The frock old. And a new frock. A long time I have about 3-4 years now.
No, but me notice say, hey, funeral at Jamaica, no, there be a colors there funeral now, you know, the black and white and purple, something they done for now, you know, be a colors there funeral. Be a colors there funeral now, you know.
Yeah, be a colors. I remember the family them nowadays depends on them color because if a blue, you know, say the whole family have on blue, the Castor blue and white and whatever color.
Hold on, Lord of mercy. What you do? Tell me, say the way of funeral around Jamaica right now, it coming like wedding, like the colors at work, you know. The family say which color work and everybody wear that color there. You serious?
Yes.
How are you not say to me in 990? You serious?
Yes, serious.
So well, that's a regular thing at Jamaica now?
Yeah, all right. Let me tell you something. It depends on you know, so you have 2 parties at Jamaica.
Yeah.
And you know, say it depends on the family. You know, to green, the family are going to wear because the family member, the on the labor right at the PMP side, they're going to wear orange, and if a green, and if I do straight water, mix whatever, you have on you have on blue, you have on white, you have on red, you have on whatever color the family them choose to wear.
So the family them choose a color for the funeral?
Yeah.
And that is a thing now in Jamaica. Them do them something.
Yeah.
Wow. Me never know that, you know, you educate me about something tonight. Me never know that I go on.
Yeah, because the funeral me attend when there was blue and black. Or maybe full blue. Some are blue and black and some are full blue.
Well, so the funeral where you go there, them announce, she said the theme, the color for the theme is blue.
That's what I hear the Sunday morning say is color, is blue color. I never know.
Where the backside you tell me?
Yeah, when you have a dead, everybody know, everybody say, you know, say if
wait, hold on. Somebody post car, somebody going to Jamaica, her nephew passed, and she just posted, she said, my nephew's funeral is going to be JC colors. Mirated.
Yes.
And you know that's a blue and light blue. Dark blue and light blue. I swear to you, I never know say that I go on. I never know say that I go on. Like people are designate color for the funeral.
Yes, my love. That around Jamaica now.
Yeah, Prezi, I say true. Prezi, you didn't know this? See, the president was something about Jamaica before me. That has never happened before.
And guess what? You know the hot girl, them have on their ripped jeans and them sneakers and the whatever color top.
Well, me know say that I go on a get a long time, you know.
Yeah, that are one things, my love.
What you mean, ripped jeans?
Yeah. You know, police call them dog bite. Your police have them and police are dog bite them up. You know the cut up jeans. Them,
yeah. Well, you say the police them call it cut up jeans. What the police them call it?
Dog bite.
So like if the police have it and I say, yo, no, yes, I saw the suspect and she was wearing a dog bite. I think
Thank you. And if I go to the court before, I just stand up right outside and your name, I go call him, I go make sure tell you, no come in on a dog bite pants.
Somebody said them sisters' funeral was royal blue. I did not know that them something are going on in Jamaica, color designate for funeral.
Yes,
when we grew up, you know, everybody in a black and white, and then purple. And purple.
Yes.
Them purple get a squeezy. No other sitting. And nobody know wear jeans to go funeral when we grew up. You'd never see that. Never ever see that. Jeans at funeral.
Not that I go on our Jamaica.
Thing get different, you know.
Me to tell you, like how the woman get different with her Castor oil.
But hold on, before I get to that, when me see a night do me look down on me zoom in on your foot down in your slippers do, you know.
I have no slippers, I have an edge, shoes, I have an heels, I never have no slippers.
Yeah, heels or whatever, but me zoom in on your foot.
And what on the foot?
No, that foot that could I do with a little bit more lotion, you know, down there, so you know, whatever. Me just that tell him, me see it and things. So me finish start now. Me finish start before you try to calm me down. Me say me zoom in on your foot in a picture where you're at the funeral, you know, you're well dressed up and all these things in front of a nice car, you pose up and thing, and the lady who send it to me say, you tell her, say, send this to Raga and whatever this. And when me zoom in on your foot, because that is what people do lately. Whenever you get them get a picture of you on the phone, them zoom in and them look on your fingernail, them look back at your ears hole, then look everywhere, whatever. So your picture must be Zoom proof. Your picture must be Zoom proof. So I tell you, when me zoom in on your foot down there, no, sir, the foot, the dry a little bit, the foot I got through it like a little drought reach your foot and all them thing down, whatever. And right away, me did one, just get something and massage up your foot up with some nice, good, decent lotion and thing because your foot did a ball out feet.
Listen, a jargons me, no, listen.
What kind of jargons? No jargons never depend that. No jargons never depend the foot there.
Oh, listen.
No jargons never depend the foot there. Probably look water did go upon it and the water dry off, but no jargons never depend your foot. What?
They said the funeral was 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. So we plan to leave Maryland at 11:30 because we was going to Spanish Town.
Right.
It was by the new cemetery.
Right.
The body was going buried.
Them have a new cemetery over Spanish Town?
Yeah, out of Olaba.
Them have a new cemetery out of Olaba?
Yeah.
How are you now?
Yeah, Dove Cutter made us bury on Sunday again.
Oh, okay.
So the new cemetery, they bury on Sunday.
Yeah.
So, when by time me the year know, I say, all right, I'm going to press before me hear one of my brother call and say, the man for the funeral say, him just come from Spanish Town and them say, it's 12 o'clock funeral. I say, what? Well, you say, I'm not beard yet. So, I just hurry up and get a hog wash. I just go so vloop and grab some lotion. Meanwhile, me I run, me I lotion my foot. So, me foot, they want some more lotion. That can see it business. Me still got funeral and you want to me foot, they want look more lotion.
But, so basically, you just admit, say you go to people in funeral and you never beard.
I beard. In Jamaica, they say hog wash. Me beard.
What?
Because when me hear at 12 o'clock funeral, me call couple people because we travel. And I say, guess what? Me just hear at 12 o'clock funeral and 1 o'clock again, you know. And I was Spanish Town we are going. So she say, she did tell the driver 11:30. They know so me have to do my makeup in her ears, everything in her ears. Me just come to bloop. So me
and that's why you never lotion your foot good?
Exactly. Me when I go up the pass now, me still a walk and a lotion my foot. So you lucky enough that you are going to take picture and a zoom in on my foot.
What you mean take picture? I did not take the picture. You had them send the picture to me.
I send the picture to me. Say you're lucky that you are going to zoom in on picture. You look on picture and zoom in. This sister, me foot no lotion good. When me got funeral, nobody never sister me foot no lotion good. All them saying to me, wow, be careful. Take time walking that ease and I say, look here, this is a flat road to where I live.
Listen to me now. Most of the reason why them never tell them never want to embarrass you and all them thing and make it a priority of the thing. And that is understandable. No, but hold on. You are talking about this zooming thing. Hold on. You think the zooming thing is like, I just me alone do it? Everybody does that. Everybody zooming from people picture nowadays. What?
I never say what me say.
Yeah?
Me say, if somebody listen me with a heart, me never have no pride and say, don't have no lotion, can you give me please and thanks? Smart people always walk with lotion.
Right.
Jamaica people don't walk with they walk with lotion.
Right.
So smart you don't have liquor forgive me.
And me I tell you this your own good side. When you send any picture to Prezi, like you having a little freaky picture where you send to Prezi, zoom in on the picture them first and check your little creases them and check the little smart area them. And listen to me, your big brother look out for you and protect you and thing. Make sure your picture is zoom proof. And all I'm saying to you, women do these things, you know, when they're sending a picture, them check the picture in detail. So Mass Raga, I look out for you. You understand? Don't send a dry foot at a spicy picture to no man. Okay.
I have some more picture me I go send to her and tell her to send come there. And them time you go say
What you mean me I go crow?
Exactly.
So what you talk about now with the Castor oil woman now? What you have to say about
Listen to me. Exchange is no robbery.
What you mean?
I remember when you go to airport, they must search your luggage and ask the one what you have.
What?
So probably a woman have to pay for the Castor oil, right? So she don't know, say, well, boy, the woman can free Castor oil, come get although the woman don't want no money, the woman wants something else.
No, so hold on. But when the woman, the woman in her defense said the first time she asked her feed, even she said at the time when she asked her if she don't even bring it back yet, she asked in the way to say, can you bring up some castor oil for me and I'll pay you back? And the
Yeah,
woman
but-
say, yeah. And then when she bring it the first time, the woman said, no, you don't have to give me the money. You're good.
Yeah. But me have a question. Why you don't want any money?
Well on,
What you
and she
want?
never take no rather. She said the second time she offer, and the woman said, no, me not have to tell them. And she said from that, she not bother offer no more money to her. And the woman I bring up castor oil for her every time the woman go to Jamaica on a 3-4 times a year. She bring up castor oil for her and she give her. So I not like say the woman never want pay feet. I not like say the woman did that look likes.
But the woman never want no money. The woman wants something else. So why she never do castor oil for her head or for her yard? Why she can't have the woman yard? Number one, you can.
No, hold on. She not. And every time when she have castor oil, she go over the woman yard, right? She says sometime, and I must admit I don't know about them something. I don't know, but she says sometime she go over her yard for she do it. There some, I guess, I don't know what it do
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
Raga,
But there is
Raga.
something when she go over the woman yard and thing, and the woman do it
Raga.
for her. Yeah.
The castor oil is a thing like ear oil. You throw it in your hand
Yeah.
and you rub it on your head scalp and you rub it up in your head. Anywhere you
Where
want
is
it.
there a way where somebody would know how to do it where it's more
No,
effective? Oh
no.
well I don't know them
Don't
something
push
there.
anybody.
But what you're saying don't make sense. That means you can't have a good friend where you're par with for years and when them travel and bring up a little something for you. Look at castor oil, oh God, castor oil, you have like it, I say ear oil, castor oil. And then the person now, who is a woman, and this is a woman, 2 women. So she have a friend. So you can't bring up this. She have a right to have a friend and I expect her friend want to jump down on her and eat her muff. Eh?
Raga,
What?
Raga,
What?
if the woman come to Jamaica 4 times for the year, why she do so much castor oil? Eh?
When you ask me, that is irrelevant. You sound,
No,
hold
no.
on. Attack spicy. You sound like them man that who sexually abuse woman. And then,
No.
hold on, mama talk, I might call me dead, mama for come back, so. Listen to me, you sound like them man, listen to me, mama talk. You sound like them man that when them sexually assault woman and them thing them people, I say, listen, what you do is wrong. They might come up with all kind of excuse and what, then I see tell me for come.
Right? But you know what me I say, my brother?
Where you
You know
ask?
what me I say?
What you ask?
In a Jamaica, the castor oil selling all type of liquor bottle because me buy castor oil at town.
Yeah.
Right? And you have small, no, I can tell you have small, and then you have medium size bottles. Them have a small bottle and some little teeny bottle, and you have medium bottle, you have large bottle. So you know, like I should me if you get castor oil 4 or 5 times for the year. Because castor oil, the number one you put in your head.
Attack spicy, what I'm saying, everything you're saying is irrelevant to
Me
the
not say
fact
the
that
woman
the
have
woman don't have a right to go and jump down on her breast
And
and
me not
start
say the
bite
woman
off her nipple. So,
Me not say the
distract the
woman have
thing.
right to do it. I don't
It
say
no
the woman
matter
have-
how much castor oil or how little
Brother,
castor oil or how half of the
you
castor.
want me to say two wrong
Listen
can't
to
make
me.
right.
Listen to
Brother,
me.
two
Listen.
wrong can't make right.
What you mean? So what the woman how she wrong?
All right, listen. She asked a favor. She stay a yard, but when she go over, listen to me. There's something else there where we don't know. Why you gotta do woman yard and not have on brassiere? What kind of heat could I in your body till you flip your blouse?
What is wrong with you? It's 2023. A lot of women don't wear brassiere or underwear now. Come on, some of that.
Aye,
That
me
is
not
not
wear
like
brassiere. Me not wear
1970s.
brassiere 'cause me not have nothing to put in a brassiere, but me not got my friend here go flip me blouse. Me not have nothing to put in a brassiere.
Atan Spicy, hold on. You're not making sense. Women dress around women all the time and relax around women all the time. Right? Walk naked around them friend in a panty and bra. Me and man and me know that. A regular something of that. And them not expect them friend to jump down upon them and show them left nipple in them mouth.
Brother, me not say the woman have right, you know. I don't say the woman
No,
have
but right, I know
you
you come on and you beat the victim.
Brother, listen.
Me not hear you say no. I beat the castor oil woman. The woman who bring her the castor oil. You just a beat the victim.
Two wrong cannot make right. Listen what I
No,
say.
but
Two
it
wrong
no. Well,
cannot
on, even
make
if 2
right.
wrong don't make her right. This is not 2 wrong. It was 1 wrong.
The woman wrong, but listen. Not my little head, not my little opinion.
Right.
She must say, I tell her, say, me no want no money, me want something else. And she don't know how to come out and say, don't do woman, say, me don't want no money, and this no want. She don't know how to say, I don't want
No,
any
but
money.
Atan
no,
Spicy,
and this
seriously,
no want.
hold on. Sex for castor oil? Seriously?
Raga, people are sexy back juice. But people are sexy back juice because they're thirsty.
But that is voluntary. You if a woman a buy back juice for her friend all the while, she have a right to jump on her friend one day and throw her right nipple in her mouth? Because she buy back juice for her?
No.
But let me see, man. Basically what you say is people in general should not get comfortable and take things from somebody and think that them not have something behind it, right there. In other words, you have them people who say, listen to me, nothing in life is free. Nothing in life is free. So all when you think you get it free, try and know at some point, whatever the source where you are getting it from, whoever you are getting it from, and you think it's free. At some point, them are going to check in and one. So you need to be careful. Don't care how you think say you have this thing covered and nothing wrong, and the person you're cool and are your good friend. If them are gig, and you are take, you say at some point, them going to want something in return. It may not be sex, it may not, but they may want something in return.
Exactly.
Okay. That is the point you're making.
Yeah, and before me go, me hear your nice, clean friend.
Yeah.
I asked about Wobia man. I want Wobia man she need, and a father got. Tell her go look on her knee.
No. Multi-talented. She say if she under pressure. Because some people are do her family and then people are whatever. So she want to know if she can get a good science man. So you have a problem with that?
Only thing is that she go down on her knee and pray. She don't want no more and the only free Wobia man that.
Why you know about but why you can't tell a woman what she wants? Suppose the woman wants a Wobia man for help her and she feel like Wobia man can't help her.
So you don't find no spot Wobia man for help her?
I know one up here, his name is Baba Ganesh.
No, but me you come call up me man, you go tell me man say your mother come from St. Mary.
Yeah.
And you whatever with me man, right?
What you say? No. Just up that thought that don't sound right. No.
You tell me man say.
No, hold on. The thought that about me with whatever with your man. No. Fix up that thought. Yeah.
You tell him where your mother come from St. Mary. You know the Wobia man is St. Mary.
Hold on. My mother never involved with nothing with Wobia, you know.
Me never say that. You say your mother come from there.
Right. So me just I send me and my family them come and I not growing on a father. So but you know everybody who their town have relative a country. You know that. Everybody who their town have relative a country. And our country was St. Mary.
So why you want to come pick some man and come tell me man about
no, but me I make president who say and them keep on a walk with and all them something that whatever. We have the link done at St. Mary for the Wobia man, the Wobia woman and thing. And we give president big foot up in this. And that may I tell you. And you can't stop it. You can't stop it. You can't stop it. We make president call me here and the whole I'm here jump off him head. Don't play with me. You understand?
Pray about that. Why not introduce your friend to the Wobia man when you know upper foreign?
What you mean? Hot and spicy? To the Wobia man up here?
Yeah, when you introduce your friend to the Wobia man there?
Hot and spicy now no money if you pay Baba Ganesh.
I don't call me name. Me tell us I'm multi-talented. Me tell you know
No. Sorry. Multi-talented. Sorry.
You see? You have a pity me and my man, you know.
Well, multi-talented and money for pay Baba Ganesh. Baba Ganesh a good New York City Wobia man. Baba Ganesh thing turn up. Baba Ganesh go school for film something, you know.
So she have money for pay Jamaica Wobia man.
Baba Ganesh go one spiritual temple for how many years and study for film thing in India, you know. Baba Ganesh thing and a normal something. You understand?
But you can talk to him and tell and explain to him and say, you know, say they have one little friend at Jamaica.
Yeah.
I got you one little situation and what is the cost and whatever.
Yeah.
And she don't have no big money, you know, so she doesn't try a thing and she have a little small money. Just an anti-mouth. So what you can
do but multi-talented now the money. You and me know say as much as multi-talented I talk about she sore. Multi-talented she sore. She whore. Hold on. Multi-talented she sore. She whore. She grew. She more. More land, she grew up land, she sew clothes, and she do everything. Me and you know multi-talented broke like a church mouse. Multi-talented have a damn cent, you understand? Multi-talented must have moved from hand to mouth. Multi-talented not have money. You know it's a multi-talented talk. She got cost me and a list right now. But multi-talented not have money if you pay a good Wobia man.
Watch out, Raga. She called for one program where they tell him man say she get 2 living work and she not take it.
Well, I'm multi-talented, call one different program at Jamaica and tell a man she get 2 living work and don't take it.
Thank you very much.
And what you said to me, you know?
And she have 2 uncles dead. One in a Kingston and one must look at Clarendon. But she now come at the one in Kingston. She got the one in a Clarendon. Because that one is her favorite.
Oh, multi-talented. Can't say a lie you tell Pana, you know?
Me? Reckon me not going to tell a lie Pana?
Okay. So wait, what was our justification for get the 2 living work and not take them now? What she did say? Why she not take the 2 living work?
Because she stopped work. Basically, she on retirement.
How were the backside? Yeah, said to me, I know. Multi-talented said that?
Yeah, basically, remember, so she said she not work again. She stopped the practical nurse, you know, just a little roots, them, you know. Because she tell him, man, she see that do a little roots thing.
Which is what she said tonight.
Thank you.
Okay.
She come like Mr. Mandy, she come like Robert, as me said to Smaddy say, come like my travel agency, because them call every radio station.
Oh.
The same Smaddy Robert they call and say, reverse back him age, and say, my look woman, and the same man that she call.
So wait, when Robert did call a man, you know, and thing, no, you know me no care, you know, Ragashanti, you know, so you can't tell me who then call, who then call. IrieJam.
No, man, not IrieJam. No, not call IrieJam. Doctor, one doctor, man, what name? Dear Pastor, I think a Dear Pastor.
Oh, Dear Pastor, Reverend Dumas.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know Reverend Dumas, man. Me rate Reverend Dumas and thing, Dear Pastor, man. So we have to big up Reverend Dumas, you know. A long time, them man, they ain't thing, you know. So you don't know, so we have nothing but respect for him and thing. So wait, when Robert did call Reverend Dumas, what Robert did tell him same was? What age Robert
30,
did give?
30, I believe at 38. In reverse from 40. In reverse back from 40, it's about 38. In the reverse back.
No, but Robert did tell me same about 31.
No, remember Robert last year, July. Robert had a 41.
It was 41 or 31, Robert same was.
41. And when Robert called the pastor, Robert reversed back to 31.
Nah, man, it was 31. Robert same was 31.
Robert was 40.
President,
July.
when Robert did call and said the woman when they live with her, the first woman him have sex with, and the 31 him same was.
No, she was
President said, your man said 31. President, come here. 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 Because I know some win that one. I get the win for that one. I get the double. Because I know if your man... No. I'm going to make your man talk. I'm going to see if Raga get the win tonight. We're going to see if Raga get the win. Hold on. I'm here to run this show. President. When Robert did call in and said the woman who him did I live with at the time and the first woman him have sex with, how old Robert say was?
He said it was 41.
Thank you.
A 41.
Thank you.
President, just said 31 and you say yes.
No, I said 41.
41.
A 41.
A 41
and
and
then we said he's a 40-year-old virgin.
Yes.
President, you know, say you take back your talk about
I said
President, you go around the thing and you disrespect bad man in the President. President, you disrespect. President, you know, say afraid of hot and spicy. You come, President, you know, say you come by the President, you come by the radio, you make hot and spicy, make you catch your afraid a while ago, you know.
It's 41. It's 41.
President, listen, hot and spicy still have to run this up upon you, so you're not for afraid. You're not for afraid. She still have to run it upon you, so you're not for tell lie to get the front. You're not for tell. The 31 Robert did say.
41 he said. Because that's what we're saying, just fresh and everything.
Well, and somebody who did remember how old Robert said, I want to post it in a pan the thing. Come here, look. President, the 31 Robert did say.
It's 41.
No, when he called Dear Pastor. He was 31, right? Because
38.
38. Up in the ear.
Right.
Up in the ear, he was 40. And in July, I don't remember if I was the 20-something of July, I got 41.
Why?
We run
out of time, though. We have to. Oh, you know, say the people I agree with you. Somebody named Brooks Trucking just post and say it was 31. Well, no, I mean, he agree with me. He said 31. President said post and said 31. I mean, I done idiot. And I done myself. The man post and said 31. Robert did say.
Night.
Eh?
Mr. Robert is reverse back way like here. All
right, hold on. You know, who no miss with them something you never wrong? Your friend, you know.
Too cute.
Alien is only if Alien too cute call and say, Raga, you're wrong, you know, 41 him did say, me done. Me say, all right, me take the L, me lose, because she don't miss with nothing.
Exactly.
She have elephant brain. She have elephant brain. She remember everything.
Thank you.
Right?
I mean, Mr. Raga.
No, but if she said 31, I mean you get the win, I mean would I get the W?
No. Raga.
What?
Me not ask you, Robert was 40 and July Robert are 41.
All right. If me lose, me lose. Me hold the L.
You lose.
No, me not know yet. Alien too cute alone can't tell me if me lose. So me not know yet. So we have to go postpone this till next week Wednesday. And we need to figure out how we can get some lotion to you. So me and Prezi get some lotion to you or whatever. So we need your address or something. Or one of them there when Bobby Clark go down or Louis go down at Jamaica, we need to send you a care package with some lotion, some nice little lotion and thing for your tour them and all these things. And what. I'm serious, you know. Well, Prezi, call Louis there real quick. Just call Louis, you know. Just call Louis. You have Louis number there. Just call him for a second. He's not going to answer, man. Just call Louis. Well, make Prezi call Louis. Call Louis there quick, real quick. He's not going to answer, man. Don't worry yourself. Just call him there real quick. We just need to whatever this and that, because we can't make hot and spicy and live so. Right? We can't have no dry foot woman in our crew. The thing not set that way there, and you go out and all them way there. And you told them, you breathe heavy in your phone because the pressure upon you. Because the pressure
Brother.
The pressure upon you. Well, let's call Louis there real quick and bring him in. Come here, ask Louis to bring down one care package here. What you laugh? I look out for you. We can't have no dry foot hatters in our crew. That no work. No, we can't have no dry foot hatters in our crew. That no work with them, man. No, man. And you represent for we out there. You must be mad. The thing not set that way. The Prezi call Louis there for me, man. Prezi call Louis. Don't move hot and spicy. Don't move there real quick. Make we just deal with this and whatever. You laugh and think. Prezi, get Louis, no, man. You know, well, him not answer. Well, I could see if him, Prezi, if you can't get him on team, because we know hours a night now, 12 o'clock at night, you know. Yeah? You not get it. All right, we not get Louis and things. So next week we have to go deal with this. But just we're going to find a way to send you a care package. And thing we just want to confirm with Louis first. And thing we send it down with either Bobby Clark or Louis or one of them when them go Jamaica and thing. Because we have to rehabilitate your foot them with some moisturizer and all these things. All right? Because you know we love you, don't and we rate you, don't
Yes, my nice, please, good friend.
All right, Atta Spicy, blessings and love here.
Yeah, my same to you.
All right. Yeah, people, watch it right. I like a men's right here now, you know, and think big up on yourself, you know, next week, Wednesday again. Me, Miss Cherry Washbell, my mama last bit there, and thing or whatever, I will juggle back again, right, just up on the bridge 99 FM. Take care of yourself. Remember, laugh, learn, and grow. Make sure say you laugh every day. Don't make the stress and the problems of the world get the better of you and thing, and don't make no crosses and a whole nigga toxic person draw you out there and make your life in a misery. They are not worth it. Big up on yourself. Do remember to follow me over YouTube, Ragashanti TV, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and thing. You don't have to pay and thing, and click the bell over there for all the notifications when we're over there. It's loaded with content for you. Again, go over YouTube, Ragashanti TV, subscribe and follow me. Take care of yourself, people. I'm out.